Hello guys, and welcome back to the Doc Mac Car channel, and today what I'm going to do is replace the ignition coils on my BMW 530i. Now this method would also apply to the 525i, 528i, 530i and 535i. Now this is the N52K engine, which is the second generation of the N52. So I'm going to open the bonnet first, and there it is. So this is the Delphi Technologies ignition coil. Now the ones I have in the vehicle is the Bosch ignition coil. Now there was a recall back in the day to recommend to put these into this kind of engine. So without further ado, let's get into it, but consider subscribing if you haven't already. So the first tool we're going to need is a 13mm socket and just an extension and a ratchet. So what we're going to do first is towards the firewall, the cowling of the car, you've got some 13mm wings right here. So these are plastic wings. There's one here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your 13mm socket right here, and then you're going to go counterclockwise until it stops. You will need to disconnect your bonnet catch release sensor and then your AUC sensor as well. Push down and pull out. You've got a little clip here which you need to push forward, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull it up and you're going to pull outwards, and there you go. So that is the clip I was undoing earlier, and as you can see it on the bottom as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this side now. Just undo the wing until it stops. So it'll help to push down the box a bit, and then unclip it from the corner, and then that should come undone. And then what you're going to do is the same thing. We're going to pull it upwards and out. So now that we have our cabin filters out, we're going to do these three right here. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take these top bits out, one on this side, one on the other side. Alright guys, so we have got a T25 right here. You're going to take this weather stripping out. It's a fairly easy thing to take out. Take this drain covers out right here. So as you can see, that's the one right here, and they should squeeze out slowly and it should come out. So these are your clips right here, and they clip right in here. So you want to slide this one back, and then you should be able to pull this one out. Watch the wires, and there you go. I'm going to show you how you can attach this clip to the other side once we have reassembled this. This one is a number 5 hex bolt. So all you're going to do is you're going to undo that one. And then there are actually 4 right here. And the reason we needed to take that whole cowling out is because there's one hidden screw under here. Okay, and there's one more at the back right here. Hey, I didn't drop that one. There's one more hidden on the back here. Alright guys, so I've taken out one plastic thumb screw right here. It was right here on the strut brace. So what I did was I wedged the screwdriver underneath this part here, and as you pull up, you should get the screw come out like that, so you don't break it. So the next thing you need to do is you want to push this one outwards. So it was like this. You want to push it outwards slowly, like so, just so that you can twist this. Okay, just so that you can get a better view. This is how it looks with a hidden bolt right here. It's on this side. You can probably see it better from this angle, a little lower. Yeah, somewhere around there. You can see that the bolt is sticking out right there. Okay, it's pretty hard to see. Okay, there you go. That's the hidden bolt. Simple process to just pull this one out, lift it up slowly, make sure you've cleared any of the wiring and the pipes. Okay, and that's your BMW cover taken out, and the ignition coils are right here. Now I've already done the spark plugs on this one. I've used NGK iridiums. Now I'm going to replace the ignition coils. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to lift it up, and then you want to push outwards, and you'll see that this cable is going to eject itself. There you go. So you can see that that cable has ejected itself, and that's out now. Now what we're going to do is you're going to pull this ignition coil out, but you want to make sure you steer clear of the wires. Now if it's stuck like it is now, what you can do is you can put your socket extension bit right here, and then use that as leverage to pull out. Let's try it with this. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull. There you go. See how easily that came out because you got more leverage. Okay, these are the Bosch coils which are going to come out, and you want to make sure that your new coils have got the same plug. I'm going to put that one right down there. Okay, let's see. Now you can see that the heat shield right here is made of metal, whereas the heat shield here is some kind of composite rubber and plastic. So you can see that they both have the same kind of plugs. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull this one upwards. Now these already have dielectric grease on them. So what you're going to do is straight insert it in. Make sure you grab the plug and then push it in all the way, and make sure that it's seating in properly. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to push this one in like so. Make sure it seats, and then you can see. Now when you push this one down, it should bring it home, and then that should clip in fine. There you go. Now with the new Delphi ones, I find a little bit of play here. Alright, so this is cylinder number 2. Pull it up, push it, and you should see it start to eject. And then you want to slowly and carefully pull that one back. And then you want to pull the ignition coil out. Again, this is stuck. So you're going to put this one out like this and pull. Same process. The only thing I find with this Delphi is that there's a little bit of play, but it's still heating in properly. As you can see, if I push it in a bit more and push it down, there you go. That's a little bit better now. Now I've heard some people say that they have had issues, so maybe it needs a little bit of playing before you get it to clip down properly. Try not to touch this area. You can see it already has dielectric grease on it. Put it all the way up first, push it in, make sure that it's seating around the boot properly, and then push it in until it seats properly inside. And then push it down until it starts seating at home, and then push it down. You can see that there's a little bit of play on this one as well. So I'm going to push it in a bit more, and there you go. You can see it's properly shut down now. So I'm going to do this one, which is the same thing. It's right next to the Valvetronic motor. Once I get to 4, 5, and 6, I'll get back to you. Alright, so this one is next to the Valvetronic motor. Same thing, I had to put my extension bit in there and pull it out for leverage. And then this one is going back in there again. Then you're going to push it down, and the same problem again. So what I'm going to do is push it in a little further for it to seat down properly. You can see that these are all now seating properly. Okay, so this is cylinder number 4, which is a bit more tricky to get to. So I'm going to do the same thing, pull this one up. It's the same process, you got to pull it out again. So you can see that's the one right there. and you want to get your hand in between there and make sure you pull it out carefully. Okay, there you go. So that one is now out. You want to move those out of the way. Okay, I'm going to turn off the... Okay. There you go. Okay, so that's out. No oil, and oh, this is actually torn right here. Alright guys, so we're going to do ignition coil number 5 and 6 first. I'm going to get all this debris bits out of number 4. So I'm going to pull it up as the other ones. Take it out. Like so. And then don't smash your hand into this stud brace right here. And then pull up. Like so. Okay. And slowly take it out. Alright, and this is cylinder number 5 going in. You want to make sure that you align it properly first. And then push it down. Once you're happy that it's grabbed the plug, you want to extend it all the way. And then you want to push it down. And then you're going to take this one and plug it back in. Alright, so this is number 6 right here, and you're going to pull up, push out, same thing, and then pull that one out. Okay, so that cylinder number 6 is going to come out. Okay, that's cylinder number 6. This is for cylinder number 4. We're going to push it all the way up until it clicks, and then move all this out of the way. Now, because it's next to the Valvetronic motor, it is a bit more difficult to get in, but you do not want to force it. You want to make sure that it sits in properly. Make sure that the ignition wire is pulled back first, because it's very easy to make it sit on the ignition wire. And then you're going to plug it back in. And you want to make sure that you have to see that all of these have to have like that 1/8 hole right here. And I'm going to button it up right now, and then we're going to start the car and see if there are any engine misfires before I button everything back up. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I've given this one a good clean down with some degreaser. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fit it back in. Now you want to make sure that you clear all of these things first before you fit it back. Make sure you don't hit the coolant line. Okay, now that's back in. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take all your bolts and bolt it down. And then you're going to push it back in like so. You're going to take this one and you're going to push it. And then you're going to push this one in. And you're going to clip this one back in. Tidy up this hose pipe back in here. You want to make sure it lines up properly. You will want to make sure that you pull your cables forward first before doing that. and make sure that it seats down nicely. Now the cables are here. This part needs to go in first. So you need to make sure it goes behind the wire, and then you're going to push this part in and then settle it down until these two parts meet. Another one here. Another one here. Okay, and this bolt also. Okay, that's nice and secure now. And then you're going to do this one. So they're right here, and push, clip. So that's how you clip these two pieces together. Once they're in, lower it down, and then this should be able to clip in nicely, like so, with a satisfying click. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this T25 screw back in here. All right, guys, so this is the drainage. Before you put your filter back, you'll have to put this drainage thing back in first. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this one back in. So you want to make sure that the wires are clear, both your AUC and your bonnet sensor wires. And then you're going to tilt it 45 degrees and then push down, and then you're going to clamp it. You're going to plug your bonnet cable catch in and your AUC sensor in. And there you go. Make sure it seats in, push it down, clip it in. And this one should just slide in. And then we need to put this one back in. Job is now done. So the job has now been complete. It was a relatively straightforward job, as long as you do have your tools, and make sure you take it slow and easy because the plastic parts are easy to break. And there you go, it's complete. I've given the car a startup, no misfires and no check engine light as well. I hope this video has been useful and informative. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, it really means a lot to me. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.